I would run your main gauges on your cluster right there.
You want in the center or up on the top? Center.
Here, where's your sheet?
Center. And then here.
These are your main gauges. This is what? This is
Whatever.
oil, fuel, volts, and temperature.
Sure.
So you run 2 here and 2 here.
Like this.
And there's your cluster, just like that.
Okay.
Over on the side center, in front of your shifter, is where you're down here. Is where you want your AF and your fuel ratio.
So I got my gear shifter here. I have my stereo here.
Yeah.
And then I need buttons. So I can put buttons here, and I can put buttons here.
Yeah.
Power, start, air compressor, inverter.
And then, like, your center console would come down, you know, from the dash.
Lights, and my horn should be right here. Air horn.
And then you know what I'm saying about the center console would come down and go between the seats, and it would come up here at the dash. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid split.
That's where you can put your last 2 gauges.
It's gonna be seat here. That console that I built, that tunnel cover. Gonna be a console here, and then where the tunnel cover is here, I'm gonna put a split to cover the carpet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shaped like that.
Yeah.
And then that's gonna go up and
Box up to the
integrate into
dash.
the dash, and then I'm gonna have the stereo panel here and the dash off this side. So that way this is just nice and smooth across.
Yeah.
And my shifter is gonna come out right there.
Where's your cup holder?
In the console.
Oh, that's right. And I didn't mean to say that to sound stupid. Where's your cup holder? Because you're like me. I got a cup of coffee everywhere I fucking go. So
Right,
it's like,
right.
You got to have a cup holder. And I got these 2 extra white boat ones. You can have swinging.
I was thinking that too. So you're saying put these meters down here,
Yeah, just right below the radio.
down under the stereo down there.
Yeah.
Now I need this room here for my air conditioner.
The air conditioner fan.
I'm gonna have to cut the panel out. I'm gonna build the dash up, and I'm gonna have to cut a slot out and slide the air conditioner unit in. I'll probably pull the holes out of it and reface it with something that matches the dash.
Okay, so what if you did?
Here with me. So the air conditioner will have to go here. The stereo's there, and I can put my air compressor here, but it's going to be up just enough on the dash. I want the air conditioner to be the low spot. Well, I do it, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then what's the point of these? What's this for? I have
You're gonna
buttons.
have turn indicators.
I have buttons. I need to have. They're this big. I need to have 5 on each side.
Okay. And if
And
this
then
is the size it's
then
gonna be.
this will be the inset panel, so it'll look flush just with buttons, and then that'll be the plexiglass.
Yeah, because you can run the 3 of them like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You have 3 on each side.
But,
And
that,
in
but
the
what
center,
about here? Maybe put.
your high beam light, your indicator lights.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Indications here.
Yeah, but you
Here,
got blinkers,
here,
you got
here.
your high beam.
So blinkers. Or should I put the blinkers out here?
You know, that's up to you. You know, that's a personal preference. I myself, I like them close together.
Okay.
Reason I say that is because just, you know, oh, I'm looking, is my blinker working? It's right in front of you. All your gauges.
Okay. So left and right blinkers.
Yeah, and then you'll have a little blue dot
Okay.
right there for your high
Blue dot
beams.
for high beams. What
There
else do
you
I have
go.
on my dash cluster?
Nothing. You're gonna have heater controls, but that's in the center.
That's gonna be manual. That's gonna be. I'm gonna integrate that probably off to the right hand side of the stereo. Probably.
You've got a generator light you need, an alternator light you need to put on there.
Got seatbelt light.
You're gonna have your alternator light, your indicators, and your high beam.
Brake. I'm not gonna have a brake light. Check engine. So I got high beams and battery.
Yeah, you're gonna have high beam, indicators,
Four-wheel
and
drive.
a battery light. And
Oil pressure is not gonna be because that's gonna be mechanical.
Yeah.
Well, it's electronic gauge.
So you're gonna have one more thing on there:
What was it?
generator light, alternator light.
Battery light.
Yeah. So do 2 here, and then do your other 2 above each other, or however you want to go with that.
Well, I'm not gonna have my high beams on all the time either, so
No.
maybe I can off center that.
Yeah, just do them like that.
So. Think like that.
Yeah. And that way you just
Is
took
this-
care of spots for 2 gauges, and that's just a blank spot.
Is this good spacing or
Yeah,
narrow
no,
that,
that's fine
narrow
space.
that
Yeah.
up?
You could narrow it up. It depends on the
Because-
size of your.
I have this much room to work with, and this is going to be the size of the gauge. So I'm looking at that, see?
Yeah, so you got ample room.
But here's the problem is this.
I don't think it'll hit anything.
Oh, okay. So once it's centered off, it'll be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then that way you got all your gauges in one spot. So you're not
So
bouncing
this-
your eyes all over the place.
Now this spacing is too close here. So I'm going to want to bring these together and give this a
a
little,
little
bit
more room.
room.
Yeah,
so
you
I
can do that too.
So that's 2, so maybe
1 3/4, 1 1/2.
1 1/4, 1 1/2. Okay, 1 1/2. And then I'll figure those out, spaced them off evenly.
But that way, dude, your whole gauge cluster's in front of your face.
And then don't have, oh, that'll take up this real estate over here.
Yeah. You
And
have
that's
a full-
fine because then these dead corners, I can put lights up in these dead corners and
Yeah.
put the lights in.
And you'll have like I said, the for usefulness and convenience, your gauges are right in front of your face. You don't have to look down at your center console. To
Well,
see
no,
that
right.
you're-
I want air up here so I know I got air in all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
in case something happens. And then I got my monitor down there for the bags.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll have that on the switch, which I'll integrate into the dash. And I want to leave enough room for that. Put a secondary bag switch
Yeah.
so I can either parallel them or I can stack them on top of each other. Okay, and then I got all these buttons here, which will be on the panel. I might have to like put the horn down here or something, but yeah, no, that works. And then I just need
2 little green
green
lights.
LEDs, even the ones with the silver bezels,
Yeah,
and a blue one with a silver bezel,
yeah,
and a red one for the battery.
yeah.
Okay. Well, now here's the question: is the battery light even relevant at this point? Because I don't have an ECM anymore. I'm about to yank that fucker off the firewall. I'm gonna have
Well, no, the
computer.
battery light's irrelevant because you have a voltmeter. You can look at your voltmeter and see that it's sitting in the middle or sitting low.
right,
That's your light.
right.
But it's just nice to know that, bing, red light just came on, my alternator's not working.
But I don't have anything that's going to trigger a red light. I don't have a dash cluster with electronics in it that forces that red light on.
on your alternator should have the one wire coming off of it that just basically, when the alternator quits working, that lights up.
That puts
And it
12
just
out.
runs through a ground. Yeah, and it just runs
So
through a
12 to the
ground.
light and then ground the
And
light.
ground it, and that way if your alternator quits working, and you can test the theory once it's all together and just disconnect your main lead to the alternator and start the car up. Boom, that red light will be on.
Okay.
I mean,
So that's
you
still
know,
a viable circuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but then again, like I said, you got a voltmeter. That's going to tell you what's going on too. So, but if your battery's fully charged and you're driving down the freeway and you look down there once and everything's good, and then all of a sudden, half an hour later, you look down there and
Well, I mean, there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
going on here. I'll be watching the AF meters and the fucking boost meters more than anything. But so then, where's the? How should I orientate these then? So I've got speed.
you got your speedo and your tack center.
So speedo and then
Tack.
RPMs on the right.
I would do the left side. I would do oil, temp, and volts. And the right side would be your other
Because
meters.
that's irrelevant, and I'm always going to be
Everything's
going to
be down the center. Your control panel and everything's going to be down the center.
So oil temp and volts. Oil temp volts. So fuel can be down here, right? Because I don't need
Yeah.
to watch it.
You'll have fuel, AF,
So then these two can be boost
and your AF.
and my AF.
And
Okay.
there you go.
Cool. Because my most important ones are going to be oil. What is it, T?
That's temp,
Temp.
oil,
You don't need to
and
watch that very often.
temp, oil, and
So
voltage.
voltage is, or oil pressure is going to be in my line of sight,
Yeah.
and then the AF, which shouldn't change, but it's going to be fluctuating all the time, and that's going to have to do with the boost too, and then my fuel. So then, yeah, no, that'll look good. Okay, cool. Let me recut this and box that up.
Hooray!